Hi and welcome back to the garden. Have you ever wondered why you don't get a full truss of tomatoes on your tomato plant? Or have you experienced poor cropping in the past and wondered why? In this video I'm going to try and explain one of the reasons why this might be happening and hopefully give you a trick which will help you prevent it in the future. Tomato plants are self-fertile. They have both male and female parts, and that means that they don't need to have any help with another partner in order to pollinate. They do, however, need some external help in making sure the pollen from the male part is deposited on the stigma of the female. Pollination on tomatoes mainly occurs due to the wind. So when the plant is swaying around in the breeze, it's helping to deposit all of that pollen which is contained within the flower on the male part of the flower, which is the stamen, and it's helping that to be dislodged and moved into the female part of the flower, which is the stigma. Now, as well as wind, they can also be helped along by bees and other pollinators. So as the bees go around doing what they do best, they can land on these flowers, and the little vibrations that they create, particularly the honeybees, that causes the deposit of the pollen on the stigma. So that does the same job as what the wind does. Now, sometimes you can get poor pollination, and that can sometimes be due to there being not very much wind around, so quite still days, quite still nights. It can also be caused by when you have very high temperatures during the day or very low temperatures at night time. And also as well, if it's a very humid atmosphere where they're being grown, particularly if you're growing them inside in greenhouses. So what can we do? And that's the question of this video. Well, basically, what we can do is go around our tomatoes periodically and just give them, when they're in this point where they've got a flower and the flower's open, give them a little shake. So it can be a little flick, a little tap, or even sometimes just a little bit of a shake, and that can actually help just to get that deposit of pollen where you want it. Now, there are commercial pollinating devices on the market, and these act in the same way as using your little fingers, and that is just creating a vibration to help deposit that pollen. And another method that can be employed is also using an electric toothbrush. So you can actually get your toothbrush, and when you turn it on you get that nice little buzzing vibration. Well, if you just put that toothbrush towards the back of the flower, that will do a very similar thing to what you're doing by hand, and also what the bumblebees would do naturally. It's just making sure, giving that pollen a rattle and helping it to be released. And this technique can also be used for the likes of peppers, chili peppers, and also green beans, which are also self-fertile and rely heavily on pollination by the wind. If you've never tried this technique before, I do urge that you try it. And remember, as soon as those flowers do start to appear, start giving it a really good feed on a regular basis with something high in potassium. So something like your tomato fertiliser or your comfrey feed that you make yourselves. This is high in potassium and will just encourage more and more of these flowers to come, and it will help it to set fruit as well. I do hope you found this video informative. I do hope that you're going to try, if you don't already do this. It will help you to get better yields on your tomato crops, or peppers, or beans. Thank you so much for watching. If you do have any comments, please drop them in the comments box below. And until the next time, please take care.